Hello, 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 hello. It's Kate Bolt, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, here live in the UK for another Fun Friday Live. I'm just going to stabilise my tripod a second. A little bit of weight on the base, I think, because we don't want to lose everyone. There we go. So how is everyone? Good morning to you. So I'm live at almost the right time today. It's been an interesting week. We've had the lurgy in the house, so I wasn't live on Tuesday because my voice was all croaky and awful. But we're on the mend. So hello to you if you're joining me live. Now let me just check that I'm live in the right place. I'm just checking on my laptop, and that way I can see any comments and all that kind of stuff too, which is really useful. So if you're watching me live, say hello, tell me where you're from, tell me how you are. Hello, Carol. Thank you for joining me live. Lovely to see you. So we have had an interesting week. Morning, Shaz. Morning, Hazel. Thank you for joining me. We've had an interesting week. My son's had this really awful cold, which he gave to me, bless him. But his was so much worse than mine, and he was off school for over a week. Now, normally you wouldn't be off school with a cold, but it was really bad. So he's back to school today. Hooray! So I hope all of you guys are well and you don't have the dreaded lurgy. I think we are coming out of it now and the house is on the mend. Interestingly, the dog went for a little minor procedure at the vet yesterday and he had a general anaesthetic, and he's a bit sorry for himself. So he's around. Normally when I'm on a live, he comes into the craft room. So I hope he might join us in a minute. But he's also on the mend. So, okay. Now I've got a quick, easy, fun project for you today. I thought it might be a little bit of fun. So let me have a look. Right, okay. And I thought I'd crack open, although I have used this a fair bit on my own things, the Gift of Giving stamp set. I really love this. Morning, Sherry. Hello to you and welcome. I have used it. I love this stamp set. It's a little bit of colouring in, but I really love it. And I thought I would have a go at casing the catalogue. Right, here we go. So we've got this gorgeous stamp set in the mini that is current until the end of this month. I can tell you if that's on the retiring list. I think it is, the one we're using. And I love this. I love this whole image here where they've used it on these bags. Now, I have the retiring list somewhere. Last chance list. So, is it in alphabetical order? No such luck. So, this is the Gift of Giving stamp set. I think it probably is retiring, but I would have to really check. I don't know. I can't see it in the retiring list. Somebody let me know if you're a demo, if it's in the retiring list. Otherwise, afterwards I'll check. Because look, I mean, this is like vast, isn't it? I'll check and I'll put it in the description box down below at the end. So I really love this. Now, these little gift bags are super cute. I'll show you those. They are from our annual catalogue and not retiring. And these are the 2023 to 2025 in colour treat bags. So they come in this year's in colours. Absolutely gorgeous they are. And super useful for decorating and gift giving. So let's have a look. I'm a bit fuzzy headed, so do bear with me. So our in colours 2023 to 2025. Yeah, that's that. So we've got Copper Clay, Wild Wheat, Boho Blue, Moody Mauve and Pebbled Path. So these are the Boho Blue. I have picked out a Moody Mauve one, and it looks a bit like red on its own, so I'll show you that. But these are great treat bags. I love these. And we're going to use those with this to create something fun. Okay, let's have a look. What we're going to do. Are you still poorly, Shaz? I'm sorry to hear that. Right, I'm going to pull out this stamp here with the cup of cheer on it, because as the title implies, we are going to do something to house some hot chocolate. Now, I have a story behind the hot chocolate. Let me find a block. A few weeks ago, my daughter was coming over to visit and she said, "Mum, have you tried the Velvetizer from Hotel Chocolate?" And I said, "No." She said, "I'm bringing it over when I come and see you and we'll have hot chocolate." So she brought it over. And the hot chocolate that you get to put in the Velvetizer, which is literally a little machine about yay big, and you put your hot chocolate and your milk in, and it has a little whisk in the bottom, and your milk and everything is cold, but it heats it through and it whisks it, and it is divine. There is no other word for it. So I was then introduced to the wonders of the Hotel Chocolate hot chocolate sachets. Salted caramel and clementine is gorgeous. And I have realised that you don't need a Velvetizer. You can just make it like normal hot chocolate if you don't have one, and it is gorgeous. So I thought, if I'm going to make a little treat bag for hot chocolate, I'm going to put posh hot chocolate in it, which is perfect for when you're popping to a friend's around Christmas time. You could put 2 of these in here and share a hot chocolate together, or you could just gift it as one. So that is going to go in my gift bag. You could also put a little cello bag with a few marshmallows in there. I reckon they would fit. Okay, and then we are going to fold the top over. Handily, these bags have horizontal lines, so you can kind of just make it to fit. And there, you've closed the bag, and now we're going to decorate it. This is the fun part. But that hot chocolate is just something else. So when Sarah came over with her Velvetizer and she was doing it, I said, "Please don't be offended if I don't like it. I'm not a fan of hot milky drinks. If you gave me a latte, I'd never drink it. And I only like those kind of options hot chocolates made with water. Don't really like hot milk on anything." She said, "Oh, no, that's fine, Mum. Just give it a try, see if you like it." So we made it. And I tried it, and I was like, I need to buy one now. I need a Velvetizer now. It is divine. Absolutely divine. So I managed to get us one in the Black Friday sale. So I had quite a deal on mine, and I love it. It is an indulgence. You like hot chocolate too, Shaz? Perfect. It is a real indulgence. So we don't have them too often, but, you know, on a weekend or if you're coming in from the cold, it's such a lovely thing to do. And there's so many flavours. So I thought this will be a great stamp to play with to decorate our hot chocolate bag. So just a little bit of black memento ink here. Oh, look, how? I've got my stamping scrub next to me. Let's see if I can scrub my finger. Honestly, I can't be trusted. Why I'm stamper, I don't know. Right, okay, so we're going to have a bit of fun colouring it in. This might be the boring part, so I do apologise. I'll try not to take too long colouring it in. If you're watching it on replay, you can always fast forward through that bit. So I've got a couple of pens here. The Stampin' Blends. I've got Balmy Blue in light and dark. Crumb Cake in light and dark. I've got the light, is it the light one? The light Flirty Flamingo. I've got the light Petal Pink. The dark Poppy Parade, any red would do, I think. And then I've got the light shaded Spruce there as well. So a green, a red, a couple of pinks, a brown and a blue. And I'll just start off with colouring the cup in. So I wanted to make it a nice light colour. So I'm going to go with Balmy Blue, and I'm just going to go around the edges in the darker shade. I am going to cut this out. Like so. I'm going to just go around it, and then I'm going to put the light colour and blend it together. Right, here we go. So just a little bit around the edges, give it a little bit of shading for the mug. And then I'm going to go in with a light colour. So what would be your favourite flavour of hot chocolate? I mean, this brand obviously has a lot of different flavours, but you know, you can just get regular chocolate. The options ones, I just like the Belgian chocolate. I have that one quite a lot because I'm trying to watch my weight, but it's still a little bit of a treat. So I have that one more often than the hotel chocolate one. But then, it's all good. Okay, so I'm going in the middle and I'm not worrying too much about colouring over the letters because the black kind of just shows through. Like that. So just shade over the top. Like that. And then where we've got these kind of harsh lines where I did the different shade, just going to blend it together. So it kind of gives that cup some depth. I don't have any fancy colouring skills. I'm just kind of blending it in. And if I can do it, anyone can, seriously. So there we go. So I've got a lighter bit in the middle, shaded those lines out like that. Make sure you do the edge of the cup there and there. And that's the biggest part of the colouring. Oh, we mustn't forget our handle. There we go. So we're going to colour it in now inside. So I figure that I'll use the dark crumb cake for the chocolate chips. Oh, chocolate and peppermint would be her favourite, Sherry's favourite. Oh, there's a lovely mint one. It's so nice. Hazel's going to watch the rest on replay as you're on your way to work. Thanks for tuning in, Hazel. Don't work too hard. Thanks so much for joining us. See you later. So where the chocolate chips would be, I'm going in with the dark crumb cake there. And then I'm going in with a lighter one like that. It's an easy image to colour, to be fair. It's simple. There you go. It's not too fiddly or anything. So that's that. I'm going to go in with the two pinks. So I like to use the bullet end when I'm colouring in small areas. If it's a very large area, I'll use the brush tip on the other end. So I'm going Flirty Flamingo on this one and Flirty Flamingo on this one. So if you've got any of these tiny little marshmallows in the pink and white, pop some in a tiny cello bag to go in with your hot chocolate. That would be perfect. So that's that one. And then I'm coming in with the light petal pink for these two. And then I'm going to leave one white. There we go. It's a little bit of colouring in. And then for our candy cane, I'm bringing in this red one. I've got Poppy Parade, any colour you've got. And I'm going to leave the narrow stripes as the white bit. I mean, you could do green and red candy canes. I found some candy canes, some mini ones. If you look on that popular shopping website, Amazon, for candy canes, you'll find all sorts of them in different colours, reds and greens. And I thought they were just red and white. But no. So we got red and white candy cane. And then I'm going to leave, these look more like mistletoe than holly. So I'm going to leave the berries white, and I'm coming in with light shaded spruce, but any green you've got, and just fill in those leaves lightly. The fun bit will be cutting it out. So we've got that bit. I think I need to do the tip of that. There we go. This would be a nice thing to take to a neighbour's, and just, if you visit them, just leave it after you've gone. It would be so nice. A little surprise. There we go. That's the end of it. Right, scissors time. Do I sit down for this? Because I stand up and craft. There's a question for you. Do you stand up to craft, or do you sit? I think most of mine is to do with videoing. So if I'm on my own, I'll do a lot of sitting. But if I'm doing a video, I will stand, because I can see through the camera on my tripod when I'm stood. And I think that's the reason. Right, let's just cut it out. Now, I'm not too precious about my cutting out. You really don't need to worry. And this isn't too bad a shape. The trick is try and move your cardstock rather than your scissors, especially when you're doing the candy cane. So around the corner, like that. Go quiet when I'm concentrating. So the dog hasn't appeared, so I'll have to go and find him when I've finished. Make sure he's behaving. Right. He's got one of those lovely buster collars. So I will go around the mistletoe leaves as well. Let's just cut that big piece away to make it easier to handle. You could easily just cut this off. If you don't want to cut out leaves, just cut the mistletoe off. You're just going to have a little bit of greenery at the bottom, and it's not going to matter. I'm leaving it on because I'm feeling brave. There we go, that's that bit. So, we've had a bit of a poorly household for the last week or so, just over a week. Before that, the cat was quite poorly and in the vets. It's been a bit of an odd time. But we are getting back to normal, and I'm now getting in the festive spirit. I mean, I was anyway. But I'm starting to watch some Christmas films. Tell me, if you're watching, what is your favourite Christmas movie? I have a favourite. I have two. I don't know if you can call them my favourite if I have two, but I have two. One is Elf, obviously. Who doesn't love Elf? Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. It's when he runs into that coffee shop in New York and they profess by the sign in the window to be the best coffee in the world. That makes me laugh every time. He runs in and says, "Congratulations." And then Deck the Halls, when Danny DeVito is trying to get his Christmas lights on his house to be able to be seen from space. Honestly, it's hilarious. I haven't watched either of them yet. I have seen a lot of really bad schmaltzy Hallmark Christmas movies whilst I was feeling poorly. I love a really cheesy Christmas film that you don't even have to think about, and you know what the plot is before it starts. Because they're all the same. I love them. Tell me what your favourite is. I'll bet there's loads of different ones. Love Actually is another one. But I get so cross for Emma Thompson when I watch it. For poor Emma Thompson, I get so cross at Alan Rickman. Oh, tell me I'm not the only one. He's such a rogue. So we're nearly there with the fiddly mistletoe cutting out. As I say, you could easily cut this off. You wouldn't need to have it if you don't fancy cutting it out. That doesn't bother me. I quite like it. Okay, all the bits. Let's get rid of those. Right, I was in the zone then. Completely in the zone. So yeah, tell me what you feel about Christmas films. What's your favourite Christmas film? I'd love to know. Right, so I've got my cup of cheer. Have a cup of cheer. Do you know, that would be nice if we put some Wink of Stella on there. I'll have to find it. I haven't used it in forever. So I'll need to find it. Right, okay. The other thing I'm going to use today are these. I only got mine recently. Scalloped contour dies. They've been out forever and a day. I'm pretty sure they matched a stamp set, which I don't have. Don't even know. It was a scalloped something or other, or the contour something or other. I need to check what that was. But I bought mine for these. These are amazing. And love them, and I've started using them, and now I can't put them down. They're amazing. So I was looking for one of the dies to mount my little cup of cheer on, and I thought this one looks about the right size. And I like the scalloped edge, and I like the detail inside. So I cut one out in basic white cardstock. And I was delighted to see that you've actually got a little frame that is joined here and here. But it is a frame. I thought, well, that's going to be really useful, because not only is that decorative, but I'm going to use it for a different purpose. So I've got this. I've got my cup of cheer. I've got a couple of these, hang on, adorable. I've stuck them on. Stuck them on something. Candy canes. You can buy packs of these from Amazon. These are adorable. Look at those. To go on it, to cheer it up. And then I've got some red ribbon. You can use any you've got. Yeah, and we're going to decorate it and put it all together. Now, the other die I used, I did it in real red. Matches my ribbon, matches my candy canes, kind of matches that. I use the next one up. This one. This one I use, and it's got the stitching relief on it. So, and I cut mine out in the red. So I've used 2 of those dies for this project, and they're all going to go together. So I thought, this is going to be fun. Now you can see that, what colour did I say this was? Moody Mauve. But when you kind of put it all together, it's got that red vibe to it. So that's cool. Right, so I had an idea. I put a glue dot on the back of both of these. Oh, The Holiday. That's a brilliant film, Sherry. Cameron Diaz and Kate Winslet swap houses, don't they? Yeah, I love that film as well. I must watch that. I think I'll watch that soon. It's a great film. So I have put a glue dot on the back, and the idea is that I'm going to stick these individually wrapped little candy canes on here with just a glue dot, but then I'm going to wind my ribbon around it, because we've got these little doodads, whatever they are. So this is what I'm trying to talk about. My words won't work. Like that. And I'm going to bring it out the side. I'm going to glue on these glue dots are getting not sticky because I stuck them down earlier trying it out. So put a couple of glue dots on the back of your little doodad. Oh, on your bleh. Candy canes. Words. What about my words? They won't work. Pull it out a little bit. Stick it on the middle. Stick your candy canes down on the top. Together. This is going to come through here. Like that. I'm going to cut it off. Where's my ribbon scissors? Here we go. Just chop it off like that. Okay, so we're going to bring that in. It's going to come over there. And this is going to go through that side of the frame. It's all going to be kind of attached to each other. Make sure it's flat, that would help. You can reposition your candy canes so that they're straight. Oop, there we go. I'm going to bring it over there like that. That's going to go on there. Now I'm going to stick this on here like so. So I'm just going to put some Tombow on. Good old Tombow. I haven't used it for like days and days because I haven't been very well. So, oh, it's not blocked up. That's good. Pop it on like so. Still got my ribbon coming over there. Okay. Candy canes are cute, aren't they? Don't they make the colour go well? I might put some linen thread on there. And then this is going to go on here like so. So what I think I'll do is put a little bit of tear and tape on here. Work out where it's going to go. It's going to go on the cello. And a little bit further up. It's a bit big. Like that. Oh, I keep getting people trying to sell me SEO. Okay, so that should have gone. Thank you, Shaz. Yeah, it's just a bit of fun. To be honest, it's lovely when you're out and about to give little Christmas things. You could even put these in a craft fair, couldn't you? I love making little things like this for Christmas. It's so fun. But it's not just the giving. It's like I say, it's the fun in making them, isn't it? So they're together. I'm going to tie this up like that. We've got our have a cup of cheer on there. Make sure it's straight. Excuse me. Oh, and there was another thing I needed to do. So that's going to go on there on our hot chocolate. Now. I'm getting very good at losing things. I took my handheld hole punch out to a class. I can't find it. That's a bit weird. It's hanging about somewhere. So let's improvise. Let's have a look. Don't know if this little tiny hole punch will go down far enough. And it's not going to go through anyway. So what we'll do is, I think we use a glue dot. Glue dot there. There. To glue it down. Then you can open it again. What I did want to do was pop some ribbon at the top, but I think I'll just leave it at this ribbon for now. And then we're going to put our tape along here, our tear and tape. along there. So the person can open it like that, and all it is a little glue dot holding that down, so they should be able to get in it perfectly easily. And then I'm going to put a little bit of linen thread here and make sure that's glued properly. Can you hear my washing machine? I do apologise if you can. These newfangled things these days, they all alarm, don't they, when they're finished? I mean, I know I can turn it off, but then I'll forget. I've got some of this, actually. This is the elegant trim. That would look nice on there. Or I could use linen thread. I think I'm going to go for the elegant trim. Use what you've got. Use up everything you've got, guys. Because that's what it's for. And I've got a bit that I seem to have cut off. That blessed washing machine, can you hear it? I normally have the door shut and I've left it open for the dog, but he's not in here. Right. So, there we go. Yep, the retiring list is in full swing currently, isn't it? And did you know that the clearance rack has just been updated in the last couple of days? We've had a clearance rack update with loads of brilliant discounts. So you can find that in my online shop. And all of the links are down below in the description bar. I've got loads of videos up. If you need any, if you're new and you need any crafty inspiration, just have a little look and see. There we go. So let's make this bow tidy. I would love this. If somebody brought this to my house, I would love it. How sweet is that? So a little bit of not quite so long there, and let's make these ends match a little bit, both in shape and length. Such a fun little project. Now I've got some of the iridescent, my words are bad, iridescent pastel sequins that I chopped up. I've got loads of strips of these that I use for classes and things. And I thought I'd pop some on here. I think I'm going to go with the gold, even though the blue matches. The blue's a bit much. What did Shaz say? Oh, the comment's not coming up. It came up on my camera, but it's not coming up on my live stream. That's funny. I'll check back and have a look. Right, okay. I'm going to put a couple of these little pastel sequins on because we like a bit of blingy bling, don't we? Yes. Put it to the side. It looks a bit contrived otherwise. There we go. No, I like that up there. Let's pop it there. That's better. There we go. There we are. There's our little project for Fun Friday today. I hope you've enjoyed it. So how easy was that? So I did use the Gift of Giving stamp set, and I used these gorgeous scalloped contour dies along with these ever so useful treat bags. Yeah, and then I just created it and coloured it in and glued it together. A little bit of cutting out. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you, Sherry. That's really kind. As I say, I was totally inspired by the catalogue. It's a bit different, but I was inspired by using the treat bags, and they've stamped on their flap of their gift bag, which is really pretty as well. Yeah, so don't forget to use your catalogue as an idea book. That's what the designers hope for. So yeah, I'm glad you've enjoyed it. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and clicking the little bell button for notifications of when I put up future videos. Thank you for watching. If you're watching me live, I really appreciate it. And if you're watching me on replay, thank you also. And yeah, let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to know. And tell me what your favourite Christmas movie is. Right, I will be back next week. I will be back on Tuesday with coffee and cards with some more fun projects for you. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. Do click those links in the description box down below if you'd like to come shopping in my online shop. And I will see you next week. Thank you so very much. I'm off to have a hot chocolate. Do something nice for you today too. Bye everybody. Thanks for joining me.